Dear Paulinus, most human beings think they don't have enough time. They're wrong. I have watched men, great men, powerful men, spend their entire lives running, from meeting to meeting, from one honor to the next, from ambition to ambition, as though each new conquest would finally give them permission to rest. It never does. They arrive at old age bewildered, tired, and they say the same thing, every one of them. I didn't get enough time. But I want to ask them, what did you do with what you had? Here is the truth that Aristotle lamented, that every philosopher has wrestled with. Nature, they say, has been cruel. She gives the stag and the raven centuries of life, and gives us, born to such great destinies, barely a sliver. No, that is not the problem. It is not that we have a short time to live, it is that we waste so much of it. Life is long enough. Life is generous enough, if you would only make use of it. But we squander it in luxury. We fritter it away on distraction. We hand it over to others, to flattery, to ambition, to fear, and then have the audacity to complain that it ran out. Just as a great fortune given to a fool vanishes overnight, so does a lifetime. Consider this. A man whose neighbor moves a boundary stone by even a foot. He reaches for rocks, for lawyers, for war, if it comes to it. He will not surrender a single inch of his land. And yet that same man hands over his life without a murmur. He lets others devour his hours, his years, his very self. And he calls it duty. He calls it success. Men are ferocious in guarding their estates and utterly reckless with their time, the one thing it is right to be stingy with. So I want to take one of these men, some elder statesman, some celebrated figure, and hold an audit, not of his accounts, of his life. When were you ever truly at your own disposal? When did your face wear its natural expression? Not the mask you hold up for the world, but the face underneath, the real one. When was your mind undisturbed? What work, truly yours, have you achieved in all these years? How much time have you lost in groundless sorrow, in foolish joy that left nothing behind, in greedy desire, in the endless, exhausting seductions of society? How little of your own time was left to you. We live as though we are destined to live forever. Our own fragility never occurs to us. We squander time as if we had a full and overflowing supply of it somewhere, waiting. And here is the cruelty of it. We act like mortals in everything we fear and like immortals in everything we desire. When I am 50, I shall retire. When I am 60, I shall give up public duties. And who has promised you 60? Who has guaranteed you tomorrow? Is it not shameful? Is it not a kind of madness to reserve for wisdom only the remnants of a life? To devote to the deepest questions only the time that cannot be spent on anything else? How late it is to begin truly living when life must end. How late to aim to begin life from a point that few have even reached. We act like immortals in all that we desire. And then we die surprised. Do not make the mistake of looking at an old man, his white hair, his wrinkles, the weight of his years, and saying, he has lived long. He has not lived long. He has existed long. I think of you, dear Paulinus, my friend, managing the grain supply of the entire Roman Empire, keeping millions fed, carrying a burden that would crush most men, and you carry it honestly, carefully, with more integrity than the office deserves. But I want to say to you what I dare say only in honesty. Tear yourself away from the crowd. You have been storm-tossed long enough. The waves of public life have battered you for years. Your virtue has been tested. It has proven itself again and again. Now, withdraw into a peaceful harbor. The greater part of your life, certainly the better part, has been given to the state. Is it not time to take some portion of it for yourself? I am not asking you to be idle. I am not asking you to sleep. There are greater works waiting, not in the grain ledgers, not in the accounts of the corn market, but in the deepest questions a human being can ask. What is this world made of? What awaits the soul? What is the shape of a good life? And how does a man face its end without terror? These are not the questions of a man withdrawing from life. These are the questions that are life. The philosophers, Socrates, Epicurus, the Stoics, they did not die. Not fully. We can still argue with Socrates, find peace with Epicurus. We are not shut out of any age. If we choose philosophy, if we choose to really examine how we are spending this brief, astonishing, unrepeatable gift, then our lives become long, not in years necessarily, but in depth. A man who lives fully owns his past. It cannot be taken from him. Fortune has no power over what has already been well used. But the man who has wasted it, he cannot look back. There is nothing there he wishes to see. Here is the only thing I know for certain. No one will bring back the years. No one will restore to you the hours you gave away. Life follows the path it started upon. It will not reverse. It will not wait. It makes no noise to announce its passing. Silent, it glides on. The question is not whether you have enough time. The question is whether you are awake for the time you have. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it.